Yes. I'm not a YouTuber. Not yet. I don't know what that means. I should be centered, I guess. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to start. I don't know how we got here. Intro. Let's start with an intro. Hey. I'm talking to a camera in my garage. I'm not crazy. Nope. I'm anxious. I'm nervous. I'm not sure I want to do this. I feel like I should be standing. Today's September 1st, so it's been about 2 weeks. So on August 16th, I turned 30 years old and I had one of the absolutely crappiest days of my life. Dude! So let's back up a little bit. So before August 16th, before my birthday, before I'm 30, before I'm excited about it, before I'm making plans, I met a guy on the interweb. Let's call him Eric. So Eric and I talked through the dating app that we were on for about a month's time. After about a month, we exchanged phone numbers and we got to texting, and pretty soon after that we had our first date. The chemistry was definitely there. I guess. I think. Lots of good laughs, lots of good conversations, great times. Second date commenced. Third date commenced. By now, after date 3, it's been about 3 weeks' time. And at the time, Eric was working 2 jobs and it was a little bit hectic for us to necessarily plan dates. There was a lot of days where he was working both. Yes, I'm filming a video! Leave me alone! So yeah, several days out of the week he would be working both jobs, and so we weren't able to, see each other as often as we liked at the time. You know how it is when things are new. You damn near want to spend all your time with somebody. This was actually leading into the week of, the 4th of July, at which point I kind of lost contact with Eric. He had kind of already established like a good morning routine where I'd hear from him around the same time every morning with like a good morning text, good morning beautiful, how's your morning going, all of that cute, jazzy type of couple love goals AF type of shit. This was a routine that he established, so it was something that I was accustomed to. That'll play into the story later on. So it was like earlier that week, I had heard from him on like maybe Monday or Tuesday, and then I wasn't getting returns on my calls or my texts, and I was kind of like, what's going on? Like, why are you ghosting me? That was so abrupt, so sudden, things were going so well. Week of the 4th is going by, and I'm kind of being understanding. I know that this is his last week at one of the jobs. One of them was temporary to the summer 4th of July season. So I wasn't that worried, but I mean, still, it was a little bit out of the norm for me not to be hearing back from him, and I was starting to get a little like, what's going on? Fast forward to the next week, randomly, Monday afternoon, I hear from him. Not only do I hear from him, but I get a whole dramatic story about what has been going on in his life and why I haven't heard from him in a week. I'm still a little bit unsure about what details I should and shouldn't include. I'm doing my best not to necessarily just put someone else's business out there, but what the hey? Let's put it all out there. Karma's a bitch. I get this whole story. He was living with one roommate, was looking for another roommate to move. So a place that he had looked at the previous week, he's telling me now that come July 1st, he actually moved into that place. And apparently that week that I didn't hear from him, the day after he moved, the electricity gets cut out in the place. The actual owner of the house shows up and was like, none of you live here. I didn't renew your lease. How did you move somebody new in? I'm getting ready to sell a house. All of y'all got to go. Now he's like stressed and pressed because it's like all of my stuff is here at this place. I've been crashing with family because there's no electricity there, but all of my stuff is there. I don't have a car. How do I get it moved, and where am I moving it to? I just moved in here. I don't have anywhere to go. I need to find somewhere new to live. Me, empathy queen. How can I help? Where do you need me? This isn't that. I understand why I haven't heard from you, but like, first things first, like, we got to get your stuff out of there. We don't want him just having it hauled off because you're not even supposed to be there in the first place. Yada, 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 yada. Let's go ahead. Let's get your stuff. Let's get it out of there. So where's this stuff going? Well, this here is my garage that I have recently emptied out so that I could turn it into a workspace for myself. But at the time it was empty. Someone needed the space more than I needed to be able to work in the space. I've already been working on this for so long, so I said, what the hey, it'll only be a few weeks. Let's move your stuff in here while you figure out where you're going next. Notably, probably not something I should have done for somebody that I had been only dating for 3 weeks, but at this point we had been talking for a month, dating for about 3 weeks, and so aside from like whatever this is or wherever this is going, I see a person that I am capable of helping who needs some help, so why not? I live at home with my family, so overnights here isn't an option, but his stuff was here, was in my space, it wasn't a problem or in anybody else's way, and he would be here like during the day with me because he didn't really have anywhere else to go, and I would go with him sometimes to look at places and apply to places to live. So for about the whole month of July, he was here with me on a daily basis. So we spent the entire month of July trying to get this man a place to live. He is stressing, holding back tears, being angered. He's got family that's like giving him pushback as far as like crashing with him or staying with him. And I have been there, and I'm like, if you need somebody to talk to, need some help. I have cooked for this man. This man has taken naps and has slept in my bed, has been in my space, has met my family. But all the while, like, we're good. We're okay. So I think. So right at the beginning of August, I had a trip planned to Thailand with my best friend. So much better than America. Finally, we had nailed down a place that he was going to be moving to on the 1st, and I was scheduled to leave the country on the 2nd. So the 1st rolls around, and he actually runs into a little bit of a blunder because he's having an issue and his check hasn't cleared and he can't pay the rent, so he can't move in today. So now guess who's digging into their vacation funds to cover this man's first 8 months or 8 days rent? It's me. It was me. Hi, I'm Ray, party of stupid. So the deal was, I sent him and Venmo'd him the money. His check was supposed to clear the following Wednesday. So he was going to pay the rest of his rent and also reimburse me for what I had just loaned him for a week. I get on a plane to Thailand. I actually leave him with my car for a week. So in Thailand, we didn't talk every day. I'm in vacation mode, but I did check in on him. I was thinking about him. I was just like, hey, how are things going? Are you getting settled in? Yada, yada, yada. So then when Wednesday rolled around, I asked if his check cleared and I didn't hear back from him. So while I was on vacation, I actually never got the rest of my spending money back. And it made things a little tight towards the end of my vacation, but whatever. While I was in Thailand, I had texted and asked like, hey, are there any plans for Thursday? In which case he responded and said, why do you want to know so early? So I took that as there are plans, but I don't want to tell you what they are. And I didn't want to know what the plans were. I just wanted to know if there were plans so that I wouldn't make plans that conflicted with anything that he was trying to plan, that whole deal. Consideration. Came home, he picked me up from the airport, and we spent the entire Monday together after I got back. So that was Monday. This is the week of my birthday. So Tuesday morning, I hit him up. He had cleaned my car and thus moving things around, and I drive for Uber and Lyft, and so I needed to know where things had been that I needed, where he had moved things to. In my search of looking for things, I have a secret compartment in my trunk, so I had opened that to see if he had put anything in there, and there was a poster board and it was upside down. So I started to lift it up and I saw that it said happy, so I immediately was like, oh, this is a birthday surprise, I'm not supposed to see that. So I didn't continue looking. I texted him to see what was going on, where my things were, got that situated, and that was the last time that I heard from him. And I didn't hear from him. No good morning, none of that jazz. And as the hours ticked by, I started to worry. He had gotten hurt, was in the hospital somewhere, had got arrested. How do you find out if somebody's been arrested? Which hospital should I even call? I don't even know what to do right now. I'm freaking out.